Yo, Prime members, so check this out. We are here to talk about our favorite thing in the world, and that is Amazon Prime.
That's right. We all have different interests, but there's one thing that brings us together: Prime.
As members ourselves, we found ways to maximize our Prime benefits to get the most out of our passions.
From fast and free shipping, streaming of movies and music, and even exclusive deals and discounts, Prime has it all.
And what's great is that you can use all of these services to elevate your hobbies and interests.
Whether you're a bookworm, a fitness fanatic, or a gaming guru, Prime has something for everyone. I promise you that.
So go ahead, explore and indulge in all that Prime has to offer. We promise you won't be disappointed.
Time to get more out of whatever you're into. Prime. And that's that on that.
What's up, everybody? You are now listening to the Success Playbook Podcast, where we talk about pop culture, life and career success, and of course, we're going to talk about who got dunked on the night before. I'm your host, Chanel S. Reynolds, and I've been in the sports industry for several years. My goal is to take what I've learned from years of dominating the sports industry as a Black woman to help my listeners defy the odds and level up in life and career. Now, let's dig into this week's episode. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the Success Playbook Podcast, your one-stop shop for sports, Black culture, and life and career hacks. Over here, we take pride in elevating Black voices in sports. If you're new here, then you know this is not your typical sports podcast. No, we use sports as a tool to tell stories about how you can defy the odds and achieve success in spite of failure, adversity, and taking L's. We do this by sharing stories from underrepresented voices and elevating those voices. I'm your host, Chanel S. Reynolds, aka Sports Bae, aka the Queen of Sports Podcasting, aka the Queen of Sports Business. I can go on and on with the titles, but I'll just stick to those three. Now, today you're in for a treat. Today is not one of our full episodes in which we interview individuals. However, today is a quick huddle episode, which means you'll get what you need to run the play in a very short period of time. But before we do that, let's go through some current events in sports. Y'all, let's continue to keep the James family uplifted in prayer. We are continuing to pray for Bronny James, who's experienced a cardiac arrest. He has since recovered. He's since been spotted out. However, y'all, that is nothing to play with. We are continuing to uplift him. We are praying for a speedy and a full recovery. We are keeping them uplifted. Now, on another note, let's talk Dewayne Wade. Now, from what it appears is that Dewayne Wade has a new title. Yes, Dewayne Wade is an NBA All-Star. Dewayne Wade is an Olympic gold medalist. Dewayne Wade has so many business accolades, and he's down for the culture. He is an activist, and he is arguably one of the greatest players of our generation. But one title that is newer for Dewayne Wade is his title as head of culture and vibes. Is that a thing? Like, can somebody just chat me and let me know, is head of culture and vibes? I don't know. I haven't seen that in any of the companies that I've seen out there. I haven't seen that listed on Indeed. I haven't seen it listed on Teamwork Online. I haven't seen it listed on Monster.com. But hey, shout out to Dewayne Wade. He is obviously doing the thing. Got a whole title dedicated toward culture and vibes. This title is specifically for the Blue Note Jazz Festival, and he is basically in charge of exactly what it sounds like, culture and vibes. Now, how would y'all feel if some of these corporate companies had a head of culture and vibes? Actually, I feel like I'm the head of culture and vibes at some of the companies I've worked for. So just add that. I'm going to add that to my resume. Chanel S. Reynolds, head of culture and vibes. Because listen, I am the sauce, right? When I walk in the room, I bring the vibes, right? But no, shout out to Dewayne Wade. I think this is super dope. It looks like the organization Blue Note Jazz Festival is looking to jazz some things up. You see what I did there? It's looking to jazz some things up. So they brought in Dewayne Wade to bring in, I guess, some of what they felt like they were missing. And it sounds like he's doing a great job so far. I don't know if this is under his reign or if this was already pre-planned, but it sounds like they have Robert Glasper, who's a part of the lineup. If you know me, you know I love some Robert Glasper. But it also sounds like they have R&B artists such as Mary J. Blige and Chance the Rapper, Nas. So some hip hop folks sprinkled in there as well. But that's super dope. I also saw a story where Lala is the creative director for, I forgot what the company is. But I just love seeing people who are just pivoting in their careers, right? They don't just stop at one thing, and then once they stop doing that thing, they just drop off the face of the earth, right? They do that thing, they're successful at it, and then once they pivot, they find something else amazing to be a part of and to funnel that and fuel that creativity into that other thing, which is super dope. So again, shout out to Dwayne Wade, shout out to the entire Wade family, because they just be on social media killing it and looking great and amazing. But no, I think this is great, and I want all of us out there who are listening to commit to bringing the culture and the vibes in all of our work settings, right? I want people to think of us as, oh, Susie, yeah, she brings the culture and the vibes, right? That's our new thing. We are also going to be the head of culture and vibes at our specific companies. So I accept the challenge, and I hope you do too. Moving on to this week's play. Now, if you are not familiar, today is Wednesday. Well, it'll air by Thursday, but today is National Book Lovers Day. And on this day, I am going to give you all some gems, give you all some books that will indeed change your entire life. I'm talking about gather you like a slick back ponytail. I'm talking about gather you like some edges, like these books will give you everything that you need, and it'll give you not only the practical tools, but some of those soft skills that are necessary in order to navigate through career and life successfully. All right, so get out your pens and your papers, because we are going to talk through 3 books that will change your entire life. The first book being Agent U by Nicole Lynn. Nicole Lynn is, I believe she's the president of football operations for Clutch Sports. Before that, she was an agent with Young Money, and she's done some remarkable things throughout her career, including being an author. Yes, Nicole Lynn has written a book, and in the book, from what I gather, it will allow you to find your purpose, ditch the imposter syndrome, and we all have a little imposter syndrome that we all battle with, and it will encourage you to practice self-care. Now, those 3 things are so vital, especially when it comes to us who are pursuing career and life endeavors. One, you want to find your purpose. You don't want to be all scatterbrained, right? You want to make sure that you have a goal, and you want to make sure that the strategies, the tactics that you pursue every day is fueling that goal, is fueling your overall purpose. So number 1, yes, 100%, you need to learn how to find your purpose. One of the reasons why you need to get this book. Number 2, I would love to stress this more than I possibly could in the 10 minutes that this podcast is going to take. Ditch the imposter syndrome. Y'all, imposter syndrome is that little person on our shoulder that tries to tell us that we are not qualified, that we're not a fit, that makes us feel self-conscious when we enter into rooms, and self-conscious, sometimes even favor got us in the rooms. Maybe we're not even 100% qualified to be there, but imposter syndrome will literally be your detriment if you walk around with that chip on your shoulder. So 1000%, I encourage everybody to check that imposter syndrome at the door, right? Because it has no room nor no place in your head, in your mind, in your thoughts, right? Because if you're there, it means you belong there. If you're there, it means that the Lord has provided a path for you to, I'ma preach up in here. Y'all ain't ready for that. So ditch the imposter syndrome. And then lastly, self-care is so necessary because as we are in pursuit of our purpose, yes, it can be stressful. Yes, it can be tiresome. So you need to continue to pour back into yourself. I highly recommend reading this book, getting it on Amazon, Agent U by Nicole Lynn. Secondly, write this down. One of my favorite books, I read this at the very beginning of my career, and it has helped me, especially as an introvert, especially as someone who my first nature is not to be outgoing, is not to be extroverted, is not to walk up to people and then just make conversation. But this book has helped me with not only networking, but of course selling, right? As an introvert, I needed to learn how to be extroverted and to, of course, make people like me so they could buy from me. So the name of this book is called How to Win Friends and Influence People. And whether if you're in sales, whether if you're in marketing, whether if you're doing whatever, this book is for anyone that has a desire to excel in corporate America or in your desired career path. Is written by Dale Carnegie, who is known for personal and professional development books. And I will tell you firsthand that this book has changed my entire life. So again, it's called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie.
Yo, Prime members, so check this out. We are here to talk about our favorite thing in the world, and that is Amazon Prime.
That's right. We all have different interests, but there's one thing that brings us together: Prime.
As members ourselves, we found ways to maximize our Prime benefits to get the most out of our passions.
From fast and free shipping, streaming of movies and music, and even exclusive deals and discounts, Prime has it all.
And what's great is that you can use all of these services to elevate your hobbies and interests.
Whether you're a bookworm, a fitness fanatic, or a gaming guru, Prime has something for everyone. I promise you that.
So go ahead, explore and indulge in all that Prime has to offer. We promise you won't be disappointed.
Time to get more out of whatever you're into. Prime. And that's that on that.
Lastly. Well, yeah, okay, lastly. So, 3A, I want you to write this down. The Success Playbook by your girl, yours truly, Chanel S. Reynolds, the one and the only. And then secondly, for 3B, I want you to write The Art of Taking L's. So I guess it's 4 books instead of 3. But those are both of my books, both available on Amazon. And what I love to do is I like to provide practical and biblical tools because I am a strong believer in my faith. I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. And, this book gives tools that are necessary in order to navigate career, navigate through success. Specifically, I'm holding The Art of Taking L's, and the subtitle is Embracing Failure While Navigating Through Life and Career. Because here's the thing, here's the kicker. Lean in a little bit because I'm going to tell you a little secret. You're going to fail at something. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you are absolutely going to fail at something. So are you going to fail forward or are you going to fail backward? Are you going to let this thing make you bitter or are you going to let this thing make you better? Are you going to allow this hot water to soften the potato, or are you going to allow it to hard boil the egg, right? And create that shell for you. Listen, I love this book, The Art of Taking L's. Success Playbook. It touches on the art of taking L's, but it goes a little bit into goal setting and mapping out your life. And it literally, actually in both books, is a note section that allows you to take notes and to map out, how you want your life to look and what you need to do that. So 1000% they will change your life. So those are my 4 books that I am prescribing to you on National Book Lovers Day. So 1, that's IJoin by Nicole Lynn. 2, that's How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. 3, The Success Playbook by Chanel S. Reynolds. And 4, The Art of Taking L's by Chanel S. Reynolds. I hope that was helpful, y'all. I love coming in to talk to you all. Y'all are my family. I know I can't see you. I know I can't hear you, but I feel you, right? Y'all are the tribe and I love it. Listen, I am thinking about doing a couple of live events, and if you are interested, if you would even consider coming, shoot me a DM on Instagram and let me know. Like, Chanel, if you do a live event, I am pulling up. Okay, because one thing Chanel's not going to do is I'm not going to waste time, and I'm not going to do something if only 2 people going to show up. We can have a Zoom call. Okay, so let me know if I was to have a live event. I would love to have you there. So let me know if you would make arrangements to be there. I'm your girl, Chanel S. Reynolds. It has been a pleasure connecting with my family. As always, I don't know. We got to think of a tagline to close this thing out. But all right, love y'all. See y'all.
Yo, Prime members, so check this out. We are here to talk about our favorite thing in the world, and that is Amazon Prime.
That's right. We all have different interests, but there's one thing that brings us together: Prime.
As members ourselves, we found ways to maximize our Prime benefits to get the most out of our passions.
From fast and free shipping, streaming of movies and music, and even exclusive deals and discounts, Prime has it all.
And what's great is that you can use all of these services to elevate your hobbies and interests.
Whether you're a bookworm, a fitness fanatic, or a gaming guru, Prime has something for everyone. I promise you that.
So go ahead, explore and indulge in all that Prime has to offer. We promise you won't be disappointed.
Time to get more out of whatever you're into. Prime. And that's that on that.